Ladies, listen to me carefully, because this will shake the way you think about yourself forever. A high-value woman is not made in beauty salons. She is not shaped by how many likes she gets. She is not formed by the attention of men. No, darling, a high-value woman is made in the silence of her confidence, in the fire of her boundaries, in the strength of her decisions. You don't become high value, you become high value when you choose yourself every single day. And let me tell you a secret that no one dares to say aloud. When a woman truly becomes high value, 99% of people start feeling uncomfortable around her. Why? Because she can't be controlled, she can't be manipulated, she can't be bought with attention, gifts, or promises. She's a woman who knows, I'd rather eat dinner alone, in peace, than sit at a table full of fake smiles and half loves. And that is real power. So if you are tired of being the woman who always gives, who always bends, who always waits to be chosen, it's time to stop. It's time to shift. It's time to become the high-value woman you were meant to be. Make self-respect your superpower. Not beauty, not charm, not approval from others, but self-respect. Because when you walk into a room with self-respect, you don't have to announce it. People feel it. It's in the way you carry your head high, the way you say no without blinking, the way you choose yourself even when the world is begging you to shrink and settle. A high-value woman knows this secret, that self-respect is not a luxury, it is survival. It is not optional, it is everything. When a woman respects herself, she doesn't wait for a man to call her beautiful. She wakes up, looks at her own reflection, and whispers, I am enough. Not because the world said so, but because she decided so. Self-respect is when you don't answer calls at 2 a.m. from people who only remember you when they are lonely. Self-respect is when you block that message, not because you're rude, but because you know your peace matters more than his confusion. Imagine this. You are at your job. Your boss overloads you with work because you always say yes. But one day you pause, you smile, and you say, I can't take this extra task unless my workload is adjusted. That moment, that is self-respect speaking. It isn't loud, it isn't rude, but it is firm like steel. It is you teaching people how you deserve to be treated. They may resist, they may call you difficult, but remember, the world respects a woman who respects herself. Even if they don't like it, they learn to adjust. Or think about friendships. The ones where they always want your time, your energy, your kindness, but are never there when you need them. A woman with self-respect quietly steps away. No drama, no arguments, just distance. She doesn't beg to be understood. She doesn't force anyone to see her value. She simply removes herself from tables where love is not served. Because she knows her worth cannot be measured by how much she is needed, but by how much she is valued. Look at relationships. A high-value woman never stays where her soul is starving. If you forget her birthday, disrespects her voice, mocks her dreams, she walks away. Not because she's heartless, but because her self-respect is louder than her loneliness. She would rather sleep alone than share a bed with someone who makes her feel small. She would rather wait years for the right love than settle for cheap attention today. That's not arrogance, that's power. That's grace. That's real beauty. Even when it comes to family, when toxic relatives belittle her choices, question her freedom, gossip about her life, she draws a line. Not with anger, but with quiet confidence. This is my life, my path, my rules. And suddenly, the world knows she cannot be controlled. She cannot be used. She cannot be silenced. That is the power of self-respect. It commands without shouting. It changes the air around you. In daily life, it shows in the smallest things. The clothes you choose, not to please others, but to please yourself. The food you eat, not to fit into a dress, but to fuel your body. The way you say, I am busy when you need rest. The way you choose books over meaningless gossip. The way you delete numbers that disturb your peace. These are quiet revolutions of self-respect. Self-respect is not about being perfect. It's about knowing you are worthy even when you are flawed. It's about protecting your time like gold. About refusing to explain your dreams to those who laugh at them. About staying silent when fools argue. About smiling when they expect you. It's hideous. The conflict between dreams and pain. You cry. About leaving the room when the energy is wrong. The woman with self-respect may lose people, jobs, chances, but she never loses herself. And that is the rarest strength of all. Embrace growth, not perfection, because perfection is an illusion, a shining ghost that makes women exhaust themselves trying to be everything to everyone, only to end up empty and tired. But growth is real. Growth is alive. Growth whispers, it's okay not to have it all figured out. It's okay to be a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. A high-value woman knows this truth. She chooses progress over perfection. She chooses becoming over pretending. Think of the woman who stands before the mirror, picking apart her face, her body, her flaws, comparing herself to filters and fake standards. Before, she hated the reflection, but now she smiles gently, because she knows beauty is not frozen in time. Beauty is in the courage to become better, wiser, kinder. She no longer wants to be perfect. She wants to be real. And real women glow from growth, not perfection. In the workplace, perfection is the trap that keeps women silent. The fear of making a mistake, of not being perfect, of being judged. But the woman who chooses growth raises her hand, even when she's unsure. She speaks her ideas, even when they may not be perfect. She dares to try, to fail, to learn, because she knows every mistake is shaping her into someone stronger. She is not here to impress, she is here to evolve, and that makes her unstoppable. Even in relationships, this power shines. When you try to be the perfect partner, always agreeable, always smiling, always pleasing, you lose yourself. But when you embrace growth, you speak your truth. You admit your fears. You allow room for mistakes, for messy feelings, for honest conversations. And love, real love, begins to bloom. Because no one can truly connect with perfection. But growth is human. Growth is magnetic. Friendships too are tested by this. When you no longer pretend to have it all together, when you say, I'm struggling, or I don't know what I'm doing, you give others permission to be real too. You build friendships based on truth, not performance. You let go of fake smiles, fake agreements, fake bonding. You grow together, you stumble together, you rise together. And this is rare in a world obsessed with appearances. In your personal journey, growth gives you grace. There are days you don't feel strong, days you miss your goals, days you feel lost. But the woman who chooses growth whispers to herself, I am not failing, I am learning, I am building. She does not quit because she's not perfect yet. She keeps going because every step forward, no matter how small, is sacred. She knows that every flower starts in dirt, every diamond was once coal, every queen was once broken. Perfection kills joy, growth feeds it. When you seek perfection, you are always dissatisfied, always anxious, always chasing. But when you seek growth, you celebrate every little win. You smile at every lesson. You dance through every detour. You trust the process more than the outcome. And this makes you glow with peace. A peace no one can steal. Even in the simplest things, like cooking a new dish, trying a new skill, learning a new language, you let yourself be a beginner. You laugh at the mistakes, you stay patient, because you know you are building something that lasts, something that does not shatter the first time life shakes you. This is growth, this is strength. When others show off their perfect lives, their filtered happiness, you no longer envy them. You see beyond the surface. You see their fear of imperfection, their hidden cracks, and you smile because you have chosen the richer path, the deeper path, the path where every scar, every failure, every stumble makes you wiser, kinder, more powerful. You no longer strive to be flawless. You strive to be full, full of courage, of wisdom, of life. You are not perfect. You are growing. And that is your greatest beauty. A high-value woman is not built in a day. She is not born from comfort, nor does she rise from ease. She is shaped by her choices. By every no, she says, to what doesn't serve her. By every boundary she draws, like a queen guarding her throne. By every tear she wipes away with her own gentle hands. By every silent moment she chooses growth over noise, depth over attention, peace over approval. She is the rare kind who does not demand the world to value her. She teaches the world how to treat her by the way she carries herself. Like a diamond pressed in the dark, like gold purified in fire, her strength is not given, it is earned. Remember this, the world will try to mold you, shape you, break you, to make you small so you fit in the places that can't handle your greatness. But never shrink. Never dim your light to make others comfortable. The right people will not fear your fire. They will be warmed by it. And those who can't handle it were never meant to sit at your table anyway. Like Maya Angelou once said, if you're always trying to be normal, you'll never know how amazing you can be. Well, the right people will not fear your fire. They will never know how amazing you can be. Anyuwalahu, Gabi Amarisha, Amahu. They will bring you to the point where you need them to be alongside you along more. Like my mana angnulahu, agatamulahu. So stop apologizing for your standards. Stop explaining your worth. Your soul knows its value. The world will adjust or be left behind. The strongest woman is not the one who shows her smile every day. She is the one who smiles because she survived the storms that tried to drown her. She is the one who fell but rose higher. She is the one who was broken but built something even more beautiful from the pieces. Your failures are not the end. They are the soil from which greatness grows. Oprah Winfrey said, turn your wounds into wisdom. And this is your truth. Everything that tried to destroy you only refined you. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop hoping for the perfect moment, the perfect person, the perfect plan. You are the hero you have been waiting for. Like Priyanka Chopra once said, I don't want to be someone else. I want to be me, and that's enough. Be your own rescue. Be your own miracle. The world bows before the woman who knows her worth and dares to live it. Let them call you difficult, selfish, proud. Let them misunderstand you. Their opinions are not your problem. As Steve Jobs once said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Walk your path boldly. Love yourself fiercely. Choose your peace ruthlessly. Because when you finally choose you, the universe moves mountains to match your courage. People will sense your power. The wrong ones will flee. The right ones will rise. And the life you've been dreaming of will unfold not because you chased it, but because you became the woman who naturally attracts it. Dare to say no without guilt. Dare to set boundaries like a queen. Dare to stand alone if necessary. Because you're never truly alone when you stand in your truth. The world may not understand your silence, but they will respect your presence. They may not see your battles, but they will see your victory. Remember what Eleanor Roosevelt said. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Withdraw that consent forever. You are a woman of high value. Not because of what you wear, not because of who you date, not because of what you own, but because of the way you think, because of the way you respect yourself, because of the way you protect your peace like it's the most sacred treasure, because it is. And the more you stand in that light, the more unstoppable you become. Life is not asking you to be perfect. It is asking you to be real, to be brave, to be whole, to rise again and again when you fall, to refuse to settle when you deserve the stars, to trust that what is meant for you will find you and what is not meant for you will fall away. Like Rumi once said, what you seek is seeking you, but you must first become the woman who is ready to receive it. So rise. Rise not with fear, but with power. Speak not with doubt, but with power. Walk not with hesitation, but with grace. You are the queen of your life. And queens don't compete. Queens don't beg. Queens don't break. They reign. And this world, oh, this world will never forget the day you decided to own your throne. Say no without guilt, because the word no is not rude, not cruel, not selfish. It is sacred. It is the boundary that protects your energy, your time, your peace. But society teaches women to say yes to everything. Yes to favors, yes to discomfort, yes to emotional labor, yes to things that drain their soul. Enough of this. A high-value woman says no with grace, with power, with confidence, and she feels no guilt for choosing herself. Look at daily life. You are at work. A colleague dumps their unfinished tasks on you because you're so helpful. But not this time. This time you smile and say, I have my own deadlines. I can't take this on. And you do not feel bad. Why? Because your dreams matter too. Your time matters too. You're not on this earth to carry everyone else's burdens while yours are forgotten. You teach people how to respect your capacity when you dare to say no. Or think of the friend who always calls you at midnight with their endless drama. You've lost sleep, lost peace, being the good listener. But one day, you let the phone ring. You wake up the next day fresh, rested, smiling, because you chose rest over their chaos. That is saying no without guilt. You are not here to be someone's emotional garbage bin. Your mental health is your responsibility. And what about family? When they expect you to attend every gathering, follow every tradition, live the life they dream, but you know it kills your joy. One day, you say softly, not this time. I have other plans for my life. And they may gasp, they may complain, but you feel a strange freedom blooming in your chest. Because you said no to their control and yes to your soul. In relationships, this power is gold. When he asks for more than you want to give, when he crosses the line with words, with actions, with disrespect, you don't explain, you don't beg him to understand. You say clearly, no, I will not accept this. And you watch his shock, his confusion, because he expected you to bend, to break, but you didn't. You stood tall like a queen guarding her throne. Even simple daily choices matter. A friend invites you to a party you have no energy for. You used to go, pretending, smiling, burning inside. But this time, you text, no thank you. You stay home, sip tea, read, breathe, and feel peace washing over you. Or a boss asks you to work overtime again. No pay, no appreciation. You say no. My time with my family matters more. And you walk away, knowing your life cannot be bought. Selfish? No. Powerful? Absolutely. Because a woman who says no, without guilt, is untouchable. She does not sell her soul for approval. She does not shrink to make others comfortable. She knows that no is not rejection, it is self-respect in action. The world may label her difficult, cold, arrogant. Let them. She is not here to please the world. She is here to protect her peace. There are women who lose themselves saying yes to things that crush their spirit. Bad dates, bad jobs, bad friends. But not you. You are learning the rare art of the sacred no. You are remembering that your no is the door that keeps out chaos, drains, disrespect. You are remembering that no is the shield that guards your joy. You do not need permission to refuse. You do not need to explain why you choose yourself. You do not owe anyone a reason for protecting your time, your dreams, your heart. Every time you say no with confidence, you become stronger, freer. You rise, you grow, you shine. Because your life is too precious, your energy too golden, to be wasted on things that do not serve your highest self. Never compete, only attract. This is not arrogance. This is the truth of a high-value woman. She knows the golden secret most forget. That real queens don't run races with peasants. They sit on their throne and let what is meant for them find them. Competing for attention, for love, for validation is what women do when they forget their worth. But you are different. You attract effortlessly because your energy speaks louder than your words. Imagine this. There's a room full of women, all trying to win the attention of one man, laughing too hard, dressing too bold, saying things they don't believe just to be noticed. But you stand quietly, confident, smiling gently, watching the chaos without joining it, and without a single word, his eyes are drawn to you. Why? Because you're not chasing. You're not desperate. You are a mystery. And mystery is magnetic. Look at the workplace. Everyone is busy showing off, fighting for promotions, stepping on others, being loud. But you stay calm. You do your work with quiet excellence. You don't shout your achievements from the rooftop. But when the big opportunity comes, they think of you. Why? Because you have been attracting success by your competence, not chasing it with noise. You are the woman who lets her results speak. That is rare. That is royal. Even in friendships, when others try to fit in, to be liked, to say yes to every plan, every favor, just to be accepted, you choose peace. You say no to things that drain you. You refuse to laugh at jokes that insult others. You don't gossip to bond. And slowly the right friends are pulled to you. Real ones. True ones. Because they sense your honesty, your strength, your light. You didn't compete for their approval. You attracted their respect. Romance? The power is the same. A man texts you once, then disappears for days. Before, you would have worried, double texted, begged for attention. But now, you smile. You delete the number. You go on with your life, glowing, living, rising, and suddenly, he notices. He comes running back, wondering why you didn't chase. But it's too late. Because you are not a woman who waits around. You are the woman who attracts kings by walking like a queen. In daily choices too, you show this. You dress for yourself, not for competition with other women. You post on social media to share joy, not to prove your life is better. You walk into every room knowing this: I am enough. No need to prove. No need to fight. And people feel that. They respect that. Because in a world screaming for attention, silence becomes power. When you compete, you lower your frequency. You beg for things that should be yours by right. But when you attract, you rise above. You let life bring what matches your energy. You understand that what's yours cannot miss you. What is meant for you is already seeking you. There is no need to force, no need to rush. You are the sun. The sun never chases anyone, and yet everything on earth turns to it. That is your power. Others may fight, gossip, beg, perform, but you stand still, steady, sure. You trust your value, you trust your timing, you trust the universe to send you what aligns. Because you know this one truth. A high-value woman who knows her worth does not compete. She simply becomes, and the world rearranges itself to meet her. Build emotional independence. This is the secret weapon of every high-value woman. Because when your happiness depends on others, their words, their actions, their moods, you are their puppet, not your own queen. A high-value woman knows this truth deeply. No one can give you peace but you. No one can make you feel complete but you. Emotional independence is not loneliness. It is freedom. Freedom from begging, waiting, expecting others to fill the emptiness you were meant to fill yourself. Think of this. Your friend forgets to call you on your birthday. Before, this would have broken you. You would have cried, felt unwanted, unimportant. But now, you light your own candle. You buy yourself flowers. You take yourself out to dinner and celebrate the one person who never left you. That is emotional independence. The ability to give yourself what others forget. The power to keep your joy no matter who shows up. Or imagine this. You post a picture online. No likes, no comments, no fire emojis. Does it ruin your day? Not anymore. Because you did not post it for applause. You posted it because you felt beautiful. Because you wanted to share your glow. That is emotional independence. To do things for your own soul, not for the reactions of strangers. To live without needing the world's claps to feel valuable. Even in relationships, this shines. Your partner comes home, tired, distant, distracted, Before you would have doubted yourself. Did I do something wrong? Is he losing interest? But not now. Now you understand. His mood is his. Your joy is yours. You don't crumble because someone else is having a bad day. You hold your peace steady like a mountain. Because your happiness no longer depends on his smile. You've built a home inside your own heart. And family, when they criticize your choices, your career, your dreams, your freedom, you listen, you smile, but you do not break. Because your approval is no longer rented to their opinions. You live your truth, even if they don't understand. You wear what you love. You do what you believe in. Because you've made peace with yourself. That is emotional independence. The quiet, unshakable knowing that you are enough, no matter who agrees. It's in the small things too. Like choosing to stay in on a Saturday night. Not because no one invited you, but because you love your own company. Making tea, reading books, dancing in your room, joy without audience, confidence without witnesses. Because you've learned to be your own best friend, your own greatest love. And when you become this woman, the world changes. People respect you more. They sense your wholeness. They stop taking you for granted because they know you do not need them. You choose them. When you build emotional independence, you stop chasing closure. You stop needing apologies to heal. You stop expecting others to fix the wounds they caused. You learn to close the door, to wipe your tears, to stand up and to keep going without anyone's permission. Because you are not a woman who waits for life to rescue her. You rescue yourself. Every day. You no longer depend on gifts to feel loved, on dates to feel wanted, on compliments to feel beautiful. You wear your worth like a second skin. You laugh without company. You dream without permission. You rest without guilt. You protect your energy because you know it is precious. Too precious to be wasted on things that do not feed your soul. People may call you distant, too strong, too detached. Let them. They do not understand the power of a woman who is emotionally free. A woman who can stand alone and feel full. A woman who gives love but does not beg for it. A woman who can walk away from what hurts and still shine like the sun. Because she has built a world inside herself so complete that nothing outside can shake it. Set boundaries like a queen, because a queen does not let just anyone walk into her castle. She chooses who stays, who goes, and who must wait at the gate. A high-value woman knows this. Her time, her energy, her peace are treasures, not to be given freely, not to be spent on the unworthy. Setting boundaries is not cruelty. It is self-respect made visible, and the world bows to the woman who draws her lines with quiet confidence. Picture this. A friend who always calls when they need you, but vanishes when you need them. They expect you to answer, to listen, to fix their storms. But this time you let the phone ring. You send a gentle message. I cannot give you my energy right now. I have my own space to guard. They may be shocked, they may protest, but deep down they will respect you more because you showed them you are not a convenience, you are a queen protecting her kingdom. You're queen. 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 At work, it's the same. Your boss drops extra work on your desk at the last moment because you always say yes, but not today. Today you smile politely and say, I have commitments that need my full focus. I can't take this on. Maybe they frown, maybe they push, but they learn you are not their backup. You are not their afterthought. You are a woman of worth who knows when enough is enough. Even in love, boundaries build empires. A man who keeps testing you, testing late at night, cancelling plans, showing up only when it suits him. The old you might have stayed silent, hoping he'd change. But the new you says, this does not work for me. If you want to be in my life, there are standards, there is respect. And suddenly, you watch him struggle. Because he has met a woman who will not bend to be chosen. A woman who will rather stand alone than lower her crown. With family too, boundaries are power. The aunt who always criticizes your choices. The uncle who asks why you're not married yet. The cousin who gossips about your life. Before you would have smiled, endured, stayed silent. But now you softly speak, my life is not open for discussion. And you leave the room if they cross the line. You no longer sit at tables where you are disrespected. Because your peace is priceless. And no tradition, no blood bond is worth breaking your spirit. Boundaries, even in simple moments, make queens. Like when you say no to a coffee date that feels wrong. Like when you leave a WhatsApp group that drains your mind. Like when you mute the people who spread negativity. These are small lines, but they guard your soul from slow poison. You are teaching the world every day how to treat you. And the world is learning. Setting boundaries is not hard when you know your value. You don't need to scream. You don't need to explain yourself endlessly. A gentle no is enough. A firm stop is enough. A quiet exit is enough. Because your worth is not measured by how much you endure. It is measured by how fiercely you protect your joy, your time, your heart. People may call you distant, selfish, cold. Let them. These are the words of those who benefited from your lack of boundaries. They are uncomfortable because you have changed the rules. But this discomfort is their problem, not yours. You are not here to be liked by everyone. You are here to be respected. And respect is born from boundaries. You deserve relationships where you feel safe, not used. Friendships where you feel valued, not drained. Work where you feel appreciated, not exploited. You deserve a life where your no is as sacred as your yes. Where you choose your company, your time, your energy with the precision of a queen selecting her jewels. Because your spirit is rare. Your energy is gold. And you are done letting anyone handle you carelessly.